These are all of the mindset shifts I wish somebody would have told me earlier in my career because it would have saved me a lot of anxiety. Hi, my name is Emily Durham. I'm a careers coach, a careers content creator. Also, I'm just a lady sitting on her couch who doesn't want you to feel the same pains and anxiety that I felt for most of my life and most of my career. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I tend to make videos that are very education forward and very heavy hitting, but sometimes I think it's nice just to pick up a tiny little microphone, sit on the couch, have my ice water, and tell you some things that I definitely needed to hear when I was younger or when I was going through some really challenging periods in my career. The first thing is your desire to be liked and your desire to be seen as a good, kind, easy person to work with and be around is actually sabotaging both your career and your personal life. Because if you think about the people you legitimately admire at work, or even in the media, they are very rarely the people who are apologizing all the time, who apologize for taking up space, who are sorry that they have opinions and thoughts. No. Oh my God, the people you admire are the people who are so unapologetically themselves. So in your pursuit of being the thing that you desire, you are actually self-sabotaging. And when you over-explain, over-apologize, and hyper-fixate on whether or not people like you and will receive you, you actually make it harder for people to like you, because one of the number one traits people look for in people they want to work with and be around is confidence. A lot easier said than done, but these are the mindset shifts that really helped me kind of break away, not fully, but as much as I could, from that kind of cycle of needing people's approval and needing to be well-liked and seen as intelligent in the context of work. First of all, I have ultimately decided how you feel about me is none of my motherfucking business. I'm not going to sit there and decode what you think about me. Not my problem. Unless you tell me we have a problem, we have no problem. Unless you tell me that there is an issue, great news. We don't have an issue. You and me? We don't have an issue. What issue could you possibly be talking about? Okay? So we're fine on that front. And every time I catch myself in a spiral, I say, what's the information at hand? Have they communicated there's an issue? Okay? If the answer is no, we're going to keep it moving. Until you tell me there's a problem, there's not a problem. Desire to be nice also means you have less ability to advocate for yourself and set boundaries. It means you are most likely working overtime, accepting behavior you shouldn't be accepting. Like, if you are so obsessed with being nice and easy to be around, you're going to let your boss talk to you crazy. You're going to let that one coworker talk to you crazy, and then you're wondering why you're burnt out, miserable, and not getting promoted. Well, you're not getting promoted because you're burnt out and miserable, so you're not doing a good job. You're not getting a raise because you're not doing a good job, and you're not doing a good job because you've made your full-time job making sure other people like the job you're doing. And it's so exhausting. Being inside of your head when you are obsessed with what other people think about you is exhausting. Another very big lesson is that it is highly likely you are way more emotionally intelligent than the people you are around. And chances are, if you're watching this video, you fall into that category, because highly emotionally in tune and intelligent people tend to invest in themselves regularly, which is, if you watch content like this, and I'm not just saying it because it's my video, but if you watch professional self-development content, most likely it's because you are one of those people who's always looking to evolve and do better. And the reality is, you probably are so emotionally aware that you can sense when other people are stressed and frustrated and when things aren't going well, and you carry that on yourself. And that's also really, really unhealthy. I wish somebody would have warned me that it's actually a really good idea, and to be honest, not silly at all, to keep track and keep inventory of how people treat you at work. Because there are people who are going to tell you that they have your back, and if you actually objectively look at how they talk about you behind your back and whether or not they put you up for promotions or opportunities, you'll realize that person's never had your back. Not even once. So just be very mindful. Pay attention to how people treat you, not how people say they're treating you. Another very difficult lesson to learn is that some people aren't giving you feedback because they want to see you grow. They're giving you feedback because they want to see you spiral. Very difficult lesson to learn, because you might have people you look up to, and when they give you feedback, you want to take it to heart and grow because, again, you are that self-aware, emotionally aware person. But sometimes these people don't deserve the credit you give them. You shouldn't be putting people on pedestals unless they have actually earned their way up there. And more often than not, if you're putting someone on a pedestal, it's less about the quality of their character or the quality of their work and more about the vibe they give off. They're giving off the vibe that they are above you, so therefore you're doing this. And just because someone is giving off that vibe doesn't mean they're worthy of that vibe. Actually, throw in another lesson. The people who act like their shit doesn't stink have been plugging their nose. They are blind, they are oblivious. And maybe one of the most important lessons you can ever learn when it comes to your career is how people treat you is how they treat themselves. Stop internalizing why that coworker is toxic, why your boss is a piece of shit. It has nothing to do with you. Actually, 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with you. And actually, if I could give my younger self one piece of advice, it's that almost nothing has anything to do with you. How people treat you almost never has something to do with you. And I wish someone could have told me that so I could focus on my work, focus on building relationships that matter, focus on getting ahead, asking for more, being greedy, be way greedier, and spend less time trying to be palatable and nice because it holds you back. You're too scared to take big risks when you're focused on being likable. This was such a ramble. I hope you liked this. It was stream of consciousness. I had like no notes. I just wanted to talk to you like I was talking to my younger self or my more insecure self. And hopefully it resonated. If it did, amazing. If not, that's okay too. If you want some of my direct, really pointed career advice, I've got other videos up here. This is very much a big sister rant. So thank you for being here.